So hey guys, how's it going on? Welcome back to a brand new episode on the channel, and today in this video we are going to cover how to become the 10 next step. So how do we actually use AI in building a full stack web applications much faster? Maybe 10 times faster. So something which is going to take you to build 10 days, you can simply build it in 1.5 or 2 days. Something which is going to take 10 people to build, you can build all alone. So that's the power of AI, and that is what we are going to cover in this video. How? So, what is the main purpose of this episode? The main purpose of this episode is to let you know what are the tools you require to build your full stack web applications, or simply put, any web applications way faster than the usual regular method. So, let's get started with this video without any further ado. So before we continue with this episode, I want to tell you that if you have watched all the previous 9 videos of this playlist, I'm damn sure that you can build full stack web applications on your own, and that is a very good thing, right? But there is an important note. To actually build fully scalable applications, you can use AI, but trust me, to use AI, you need knowledge. AI is a thing which needs guidance. You cannot just tell AI to do this and it can do everything right from the scratch to the hero level completely on its own. It needs someone who can control it. It needs someone who can actually make it do things. And you have to be that guy or that person. That is what it takes to be an AI developer. With all these videos, you now know the basics of MERN stack web development, and now you can effectively use AI and leverage its power to build damn good applications. And now let's go ahead with our very first tool, which is ChatGPT. So we all know how to use ChatGPT now because it's been a while since it came into the internet, right? So we use it to generate messages, to generate letters, and a lot of various things which I can't even list right now. So many things. We also use it for code generation. But how do we actually use ChatGPT for effective code generation? That is going to be the bonus of this video. So we will be covering it towards the end of this video. All right. So yeah, one is ChatGPT. You know how to use ChatGPT, right? So that is a good thing. And then comes DeepSeek, the current competitor of ChatGPT. But trust me, DeepSeek is now not at the level where it can actually help us in an effective manner. So I would prefer to stick with ChatGPT itself right now. But the major difference why DeepSeek is gaining so much popularity right now is simple. The money DeepSeek needs to train its model is 20 times cheaper than that of ChatGPT. So, for example, if ChatGPT uses $1 million to train its model, DeepSeek is simply going to do the same job in $5 million. It did already, so that's why it's currently gaining so much popularity. But right now, we are not going to use DeepSeek or anything, so we are going to simply remove it. And the next thing is GitHub Copilot. So what is GitHub Copilot? So if you have seen my previous episodes, I have been using GitHub Copilot in between, and GitHub Copilot is now available for free as well. But there is some limit of using it. So yeah, so GitHub Copilot simply provides you with code suggestions. And if you hit tab, it can complete your code. It will just simply imagine what you are going to type next and then put it in your VS Code itself directly. So to use VS Code I mean GitHub Copilot in your VS Code, you can simply connect your VS Code with your GitHub account, and then you can just see this icon on top, and then you can open chat with it, and do whatever you want using GitHub Copilot. And now, along with GitHub Copilot, we also have something called as Cursor AI. Now, Cursor AI is the same thing, but it's a different code editor in itself. Now, when you use Cursor, you don't need VS Code anymore. It's a new code editor in itself. So it provides a similar feature of auto completion, and you can have multi-line edits, smart rewrites, cursor prediction, and chat. Now, Cursor AI needs pricing, like it's a subscription model. For free, you don't get much, so you need to subscribe for it. But GitHub Copilot is a good alternative. Now, another alternative for the same thing of auto completion is Project IDX. Now, it is an online code editor. You don't need to install any application in itself. You can just choose any template and start coding in it right in your browser. You don't need any offline application for that. It runs on the cloud and everything on the cloud, and it's pretty good enough. And then, how do it uses AI? It uses Gemini. You can also do chat completions, chat with AI, all inbuilt in your code editor. So that is Project IDX. Now the next thing comes is StackBlitz. Now StackBlitz is similar to Project IDX. It is also a cloud-based IDE where you can do with AI. Now both of these are majorly similar. So before we proceed to the next AI tool, what I want to tell you is that using all these AI tools is quite simple. You just go to their website, read about them, and just simply start using them. Using all of them is very simple. You don't need any specific tutorials to start using them. So that is what I wanted to clear. And then comes bold.new. Now, this is like a super powerful website. You can build a website right from the scratch. You just give it a description of your website and it can generate websites for you. Let me show you a small glimpse of it. All right. So right now I'm logged in into bold.new and I'll simply paste this prompt, that is create a landing page for a shoe company called Nike with React.js and Tailwind CSS. I'm gonna hit submit and you will see the magic right now. So now it will generate all the code, set up all the files, everything by itself, and then show us the preview as well. Now I have listed what is the technology it needs to use, React.js and Tailwind CSS. So it will use the same technologies and will use it to build our things. Now you can see it will create files, it will install dependencies, everything on the cloud. Now bold.new is a product by StackBlitz itself. So it uses the online cloud environment by StackBlitz in the background and generates all this code right in there. And you can also connect it to Supabase. Now Supabase is a backend as a service tool which you can use, but for currently we don't use it much. Like as per our series, we haven't used it, so I'm not going to go into deep into that thing. Now you can see now it is loading our preview. It has written all the code and it should be launching our preview very soon. So here you see, if I make it full screen, you can see this is the website it generated for us. Like, it did all it by itself, but there is not backend anymore. I mean, there is no backend right now. If I click on it, nothing is going to happen, but it gave us a pretty good design. Everything by itself. You can see these hover effects. If I click on shop now, nothing is going to happen. We need to add all that logic by ourselves, or you can add in prompts here. Like if I minimize it, you can add in more prompts here and update your website. That is how it, you can see it's responsive as well. Now this bold.new is like a huge game changer, but yeah, it can't do everything. It can just create a basic template, code all this in the technology you want, but you are the one who is going to connect the backend and the front end and tell it what to do, what not to do, and stuff. Now bold.new can also generate code for the backend, but it cannot connect it seamlessly, so you are the one who need to operate in this place as well. So this is bold.new. And now coming to Veo.dev, now it is similar to bold.new itself. I gave it this prompt called shoe website design, and then it designed me a website which doesn't contain any images, unlike bold.new, which did a better job. But it is the same thing. It's like an alternative to bold.new, which you can use. Here is the code, how it's generating. It is using Next.js because Veo.dev is a tool by Vercel, and Vercel is the one who developed Next.js. Now, Next.js is a framework of React.js. Now it's like a layer over React.js. So that is how it operates, and these are all the major tools which you need to know about. Now to use these AI tools, as I said, you need basic knowledge of MERN stack web development, and you should know when to use what, which will be the most effective AI tool for you to use in the current situation. You should be able to analyze that and use the AI tool effectively. And now, as I promised, let's go to the bonus part and let's see how to actually use ChatGPT more and more effectively. Now, when you have an account logged into ChatGPT, then you can save your chats, right? But do you actually need to save your chats, right? But if that is not the case, if you don't need to save your chats, then you can simply go into an guest mode or just a logged out account of ChatGPT and type in chatgpt.com and hit enter. So once you open ChatGPT.com in like a incognito mode or in a guest mode or somewhere where you don't need a login. Now It also provides you O1 mini model, but it's unlimited. Yeah, you heard it right. It's unlimited. It doesn't save your chats or anything, but it is unlimited. So you can just type in however, like whatever you want, and you can just effectively use it. Now, how do we effectively do prompt engineering? Now the main purpose for us is to develop proper codes, right? So whenever you asking code helps to ChatGPT, what you should do is explain it everything in detail. So let's cover this more effectively. Let me open Notepad, and then what are the major things you need to know to effectively use? So the first thing is give proper context. Now whatever you are building, give proper context, or simply put entire context to ChatGPT, what it needs to help you with, what you have been building, and what is your entire idea. And then mention it all the tools you are using, and whether it needs to use the same tools. Mention all these details. All right, that is very important. And then whenever you giving it some code to like update this code or add a new feature to the same code, something like that, always give code in backticks. Now use three backticks, add your code here, and then share your code this way. This way, ChatGPT will provide you like effective, like when I did a prompt engineering course previously, it has been mentioned that ChatGPT can analyze codes better when they are like specifically mentioned in these things. So that is something which I use whenever I give codes to ChatGPT to get better responses. So that is how you can also use ChatGPT to help generate better and better codes. And with that, this is the video we have been covering for this entire series. And with this episode, the entire series is now completed, and you can build now, very good applications on your own using all these AI tools which we just listed and using your own knowledge which you gain through this entire series. So, guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you like this entire series and got to learn something valuable, and can you can also now build effective and innovative solutions for the people. You can build new projects on your own. So that is very cool. So with that, this is me, Ashish, signing off, and we will meet again with another video just like this one. Until then, bye bye.